Hello, everybody. Happy 2022. If you're watching this podcast episode as it's coming out, then it's January 3rd, and, we're kicking off the new year. So what I wanted to talk about is 3 marketing trends that I think you should look for, or maybe pay a bit more attention to than you already are, in 2022. So that's what we're getting into in today's episode of the BB&J Podcast. I'm your host, as almost always, John Lind. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing that I do want to talk about is short form video. Since like 2020, because, we saw earlier attempts at it and early expansions of it through things like Vine. But it was 2020 where you really saw an absolute explosion of short form video. It's no longer just, you're scrolling through your phone and you're occasionally seeing video. It's video, all, initially it was like 15 seconds on TikTok now, and then it was a minute, now it's 3 minutes. But, you still see it's very short form. 3 minutes is still short form. I don't care what people say. And 2021, you have like the CEO of Instagram saying that the platform is going to shift its focus from photo to short form video. You have Instagram Reels. You have an increased push for stories on Facebook, Instagram, and in other platforms. You have it. Just a behemoth, unprecedented, absolutely explosion of TikTok, especially. What it comes down to is platforms in general did very well in 2020, 2021. But the real winners were short form video. And unless something insane happens, that's going to continue to be the trend. More and more platforms are shifting their focus to short form video because it gets engagement. It's that very, very, very quick attention grabbing thing. Keep you swiping, keep you scrolling, that means that you'll get hit with more ads, but you'll be on the platform for longer, right? That's the critical thing. And what does this mean if you're a business, right? That means that if you're not producing short form video, either directly or extrapolated from a longer video, you need to start doing it, And if you are doing short form video, maybe, 2022 is a time to kind of take a look at what you're doing and say, well, how can I improve it? Because you might be doing a great job, but as they say, there's always room for improvement, right? So the second thing that I wanted to talk about was kind of the polar opposite, and that is the expansion of audio. So there was a show I was watching, and one of the characters was like, well, it is the golden age of podcasting. And I thought that was kind of funny, but that was from a few years ago. But now people are listening to more podcasts than ever. Short form video is doing really well, but so is audio. But what are we talking about? We're talking about podcasts. Podcasts have been freaking killing it. And I think since like 2018, I have been hearing guru after guru claiming audio is going to be the next place. Everyone's focused on video, but audio is really where it's going to be at. Can I completely disagree with them? No. Who knows what's going to happen? But is audio going to explode in 2022? Is short form audio going to explode in 2022? Is audio-based social media going to explode in 2022? Probably not. Our tools, technology, lifestyle, behaviors, culture just isn't there. It's like, VR is taking off again, but it's been around for years. What's the difference? The technology is caught up for what people want to convert to. If you're saying, hey, you need to spend a lot of money, or you need to spend your resources moving to this new platform, people need to know that the technology's there. And, I have seen several very good attempts at building that new audio platform. There was Spoons in 2020. There was, Clubhouse. I think everyone was talking about, and then people kind of got on it. And are people still there? Yes. However, is there nearly as much fanfare about it? No. And the closest thing is you're seeing, I think it's the Hinge dating app, where people can upload their audios to answer questions, and people will just create compilations of those and post them online. Hilarious, but in terms of should you be focusing your resources on getting on audio-based social media? Not for short form. For long form, absolutely. Get yourself on Anchor. Get yourself on Spotify. Get that podcast out, people do like listening to audio, but that short form, high engagement audio, the kind you see with short form, high engagement video, we're just not there yet. So put out that podcast, maybe not cut that podcast into 10-second clips for audio specifically. Should clarify. The last thing I want to talk about, I know everyone talks about it and everyone has to, everyone's an expert. But I did want to put my 2 cents in because, especially with the expansion of non-fungible tokens or NFTs, people are talking about crypto again. And I think with crypto and a lot of that new technology, there's a lot of FOMO. There's if I had bought into Bitcoin when I first heard about it, buy 500 Bitcoins, that's worth millions now. I could have bought into Dogecoin. FOMO. Oh, I could have gotten an NFT. FOMO. When you're looking at these crypto, blockchain, these new fancy terms, don't look at it'll innovate, and it's so cool and new. Look at what it actually is. Try to understand, what are they, in practice, without the baubles and the fanfare, what is this actually? And then treat it like what it actually is, because that's what it boils down to. If you do that, you're going to have a good time. You're going to have a much better time than if you just go for the hype. And on that note, I'd like to thank you so much for listening and or watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, punch that notification bell, and I'll see you next week.